Hey y'all, welcome in and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new video. Today we are talking about the Sephora VIP sale. By the time this video comes out, the sale has already started for Rouge and will be starting any day now for the regular people, the beauty insiders. And I want to make this video before that portion of the sale becomes available. Despite this sale happening a few times a year, and despite the generally low discount for the average person, the beauty community on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, they love the Sephora sale. Or maybe they love making videos on the Sephora sale. They love shopping at the Sephora sale. And out of the two sales that happen a year, the fall sale gets the most hype because that's when all of the holiday sets become available. The idea of value is particularly strong in this sale, as well as FOMO, and these two things combined together very nicely during the Sephora sale. You get the exclusive limited edition sets that are gonna sell out. Then you also get the discount on those sets, and those sets are values for money, or you get to try a variety of things that you wouldn't ordinarily. So, you have the set being a deal, the discount on the deal. Are you going to get it? If you don't get it now, are people going to get it? Are you going to miss out on it? So today I'm going to be doing some de-influencing and kind of pushing back on this buy, make your Sephora cart, make your wish list. Here's all the things that you can or should buy during the sale. This makeup free day is genuinely a coincidence. I film videos every so often without my makeup. I don't typically say anything when I do because, this is just how my face looks. But because this is like a video on Sephora, I wanted to just say something. This is not like a anti-makeup stance. I love makeup. I love wearing it. If you love it, great. If you don't love it, also great. I'm just getting eczema on my eyes, and the idea of putting concealer or anything on my eyes, anything at all, just freaking me out a bit. No, not freaking me out. It's the last thing I want to do at the moment. So here we are. I'm also feeling like so chatty today. I was finishing the edits on my planner video that's already up now. And in that video, you could tell I was, feeling a little funky, feeling a little fun. And then yesterday, I filmed my Halloween video where I absolutely lost it about golf balls. I haven't edited that yet, but I think editing Sean is going to leave that in because it's just so weirdly funny. And today I'm like, in that just a good mood, which tends to lead to yapping. And Kate is editing this video, so I'm so sorry, Kate. If you get like another hour, 10 minutes of footage, my bad. I already see it coming. So let's get into our first TikTok. Oh, and if you like what you see here today, you like the energy, you like the vibes, you like the content, you also want to be a conscious consumer, subscribe.
To get from the upcoming Sephora sale. Rhode is officially confirmed to be included in the sale, and this set is a great item to use your discount on. It comes with jelly bean and strawberry glaze plus a mini glazing milk for $49, but you can get it for up to 20% off. And these new Glossier blushes are definitely worth getting on sale. They have a matte finish and they help blur the look of pores. They're typically $26 each, but you can get them for as low as $21 on sale. And I highly recommend picking up this Sol de Janeiro set on sale. It comes with a full-size 62 mist plus 3 other travel size products for $69, but during the sale you can get it for as low as $55. And if this is your favorite setting spray, then this set from One Size is another great item to get on sale. It's $36 for a full size and mini bottle, but the full size is normally $34, so you're essentially getting the mini free. And this is a great Charlotte Tilbury holiday set to get on sale. It includes these 3 minis for $35 or as low as $28 on sale. And in my opinion, this Say setting powder is one of the best at Sephora. It's talc free and acne safe. The regular price is $32, so it's well worth using your sale discount on. And the sale is the best time to pick up high-end items like this Tatcha moisturizer. This is ultra hydrating. The regular price on this is $72, but during the sale you can get it for as low as $57.
I'm going to play at least one other video from this creator because during this sale time, she makes these videos every year. It's not just this year. And everything pretty much in this video are kits and sets or really popular new viral items, right? We had the Sol de Janeiro set. I don't know specifically about the hype on like this set, but Sol de Janeiro is such a beloved TikTok brand, the new Glossier blushes. And she also opened the video with Rhode, which is one of TikTok's favorite brands. And these products, the glazing milk and those lip balms, are very much like in popular products. I think the products featured are going to entice some people or let people know about sets that they didn't know existed, perhaps. But I think like the first thing I really want to touch on is the recommendation video. And if you are watching a recommendation video, or more accurately, if you are looking for a recommendation, you probably don't need something because this video isn't, for the most part. Like, if you have oily, acne prone skin and you're looking for a foundation, here are a few that I really like, or a few that might work for you. Or here are some powders that I really like. This is basically, here's all the new stuff that exists. There's a couple of specific commentary points, like if this setting spray happens to be your favorite, here's a set. I'm like, all right, I can get down with that one. However, this video and others like it, we'll see more later, kind of function as inspiration. And if you are looking for inspiration, you're probably playing a dangerous game. I say that because that means you probably don't actually need anything. And if you're looking for inspiration, you're looking for things to want. Shopping inspiration is a bit of a crazy concept to me now, most especially as somebody who was formerly in the beauty community. And I became an overconsumer and developed problematic shopping habits because of makeup. That was one of my biggest categories, or that was like my entryway. And this kind of inspiration video, in my opinion, primes you to shop. That's why I'm kind of calling it a crazy concept. If you're actively looking for shopping inspiration, that means that you're probably not looking for a hole in your routine, or something's not working, you're missing something. What these videos do, if you're not actively looking for something specific, is they create a sense of lack. What else can I buy? What else don't I have? And it's creating the sense of lack where none previously existed. Recommendation content like this quite often frames itself as something helpful, or like they're doing you a service and they're doing you a good thing. There is certainly recommendation content that does this, but I think more often than not, it's more socially acceptable marketing, most specifically when you consider that many of these videos are made, yes, because the creator likes these products or is mentioning them, in some cases just to mention, but these products are linkable. Sephora in the US and Canada anyway are linkable through magic links, LTK as well. These creators, and I'm talking generally here, position themselves more like a friend giving advice than a salesperson. However, the outcome is the same. You walk away from many of these videos wanting things you didn't want before, or learning about things you didn't know existed 5 minutes ago. I think many of these recommendation videos are less recommendation and more desire engineering or desire manufacturing. This desire manufacturing is disguised as helpfulness. This kind of content is popular, in my opinion, at least in part because of the novelty aspect. These videos teach us to consume discovery itself and to chase new products. And often what people are doing, or the shift, is I need a new foundation, I need a new powder, I need a new cleanser. What could I buy instead? To what's new. What's new? And something being new is enough of its own to, or enough of a reason of its own, I should say, to justify buying that thing. You can tell yourself that you're being responsible and doing research for new products when what you're really doing, or what you're ultimately doing, is priming yourself to shop, finding new things to want. And a large feature of these videos tend to be what's the newest product of the moment. And I can say that very confidently after watching so many of these videos, but also go and look at anybody, wherever you spend your time, go and look at recommendation videos of 3 years ago. You're probably going to see an entirely new or almost entirely new list of products. And because these products are new or they're available in limited edition sets, that makes shopping for these products extra exciting. And so a lot of this is ultimately go buy this. And so respectfully, no, if you've never tried Rhode, going and buying 2 lip glosses is not the play. Sorry. Yeah, there might be a new Summer Friday set out there, but if you already have lip gloss of any kind or a lip balm of any kind, you don't need the newest set because there's a new flavor. The question isn't, do I have this flavor? The question should be, do I already have enough lip balm? Like, you see what I'm saying? we can change the questions to make us feel like we're shopping responsibly, but we're really like changing the criteria of what counts as a good purchase. Also, like pore blurring is such an overused term. Blushes are, for the most part, not pore blurring. Lastly, the last thing I want to talk about with this is the way that she talks about the sale itself rubs me the wrong way, because she says you can buy this for up to 20% off, or you can get this as low as whatever the price is at 20% off. This is not really how the Sephora sale works, and I know this creator knows this. And okay, I went into some research. Detective Shauna was on the case. Before you go to the Sephora sale, you know your discount. Are you Rouge? No, then you're getting 10 to 15% off. Right? VIB gets 15, Beauty Insiders get 10% off. The percentage of the people who are within the Beauty Insider program, the percentage of those people who are Rouge is 10%. And the population of people who shop at Sephora who are Rouge are about 8%. Think about it. 92% of people consuming these videos, statistically anyway, are not Rouge. They're not getting 20% off. So like creators emphasizing the 20% off discount is a bit misleading, because majority of people shopping this sale are not getting it. This is a status-based discount. And the reason why you're getting 20% off anyway is because you've already spent $1,000 at least at Sephora. You're one of the highest, most spendy people. Like you're within roughly 8% of the total population. Like you're in the top 8% of spenders is what that kind of means. Not totally, because there could be people spending that amount who aren't in the program, but maybe we'll say top 10% of spenders, maybe more accurately, but you get the point nonetheless. So when influencers overemphasize 20% off or really frame it as a great deal, they are missing the element that you're getting this deal because you've already spent so much money and the rest of the population is not getting this kind of deal. Don't let 10% entice you to go spend $200. All right, we're gonna move on to our next video.
Reminding you that the Sephora sale is next Friday. Let me show you what you need to add to your cart. I've been seeing this all over social media, and honestly, if you don't have any of the Summer Friday lip balms or you want to try it, this is a great deal, especially when it's going to be 20, 15, or 10% off.
Wait, no. I forgot that was the first thing she mentioned. I'll put my coffee down for this. This is the wildest thing to start a video off with and the wildest way to pitch it. I am so sorry, but if you've never tried Summer Fridays before, the first thing that you do should not be go and get the freaking vault. No. Listen, if you've never tried Summer Fridays before, get a mini or get one full size. That's how you do it, man. Like those lip balms are nice. I don't love them personally, and I kind of feel like they're overpriced. I think they're like $32 or $34 Canadian for one. And they're okay. They're mediocre to me. Just me personally. That is not like some kind of objective truth about this product. And I'm just imagining myself being like, you know what? I've never tried these before. Let me go buy a vault. And if you only have 10% off, that's $22 off. You're still spending $198 on this vault. This is not 10% off discount is not the reason to buy the vault. Okay, I gotta continue this.
The first tab I would check is gift sets, because this right here is basically a full size, one size setting spray, and for $2 more you get the mini, basically free. Get your stocking stuffers now, because after Halloween, it's Christmas, like literally straight to Christmas. So get this glow recipe set. I'm grabbing this one for sure, like 100%. If Rhode is included in the sale, get the holiday trio. You get 2 of the lip products and then the famous glazing milk. This is going to be out by the time the Sephora sale happens.
No, you don't need the glazing milk just because it's famous.
I really want this new shade called Ice Me Down or Warm Me Up. Maybe I'll just get both, because you get like this limited edition blush and gloss. Some more stuff coming out. This is coming out from Danessa, and the mini blushes are always so cute. And take advantage of the fragrance sets because you basically get a free travel spray with like any box. Usually at Sephora, the kits will come like this. To add some hair care, this is really cute from MJ. You get like a travel size brush and then you get a full size of their angel stick.
Yeah, that Summer Fridays lip balm vault is just, it's a wild thing to pitch, man. I'm still not over it. She said, get your stocking stuffers now because after Halloween, it's basically Christmas. This idea of the stocking stuffer, I hear every year in these Sephora videos or just the holiday kit videos. And it gets pitched as a reason to buy things. And she was talking about something that was $25. So in terms of like the Sephora holiday kits, that's not the most expensive thing that one could do this with, especially because $5 is a reasonable cost for many people for like an item in a stocking. But the point is that this stuff gets pitched all the time. I remember when Too Faced, I don't know if they still do these. I don't really care if they do because they're always so shit. Back in the day, like 2014, 2015, Too Faced used to do these holiday collections where it'd be like, you can buy 3 palettes or you could buy like these blush books. You could get 3 blush books. People would say, break them up, put it into stockings, or go buy this vault to go put it into people's stockings. No, with all due respect, no. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, man. I told you I was feeling kind of sassy, kind of funny this morning. Look, if you have the money and it's in your budget and you have a beauty lover in mind, maybe, but like, is that really you? Do you have the budget for this kind of stocking stuffer? Do you want to spend this kind of money? And do you have recipients who would want this? I do often also hear people say this because they want something in the item and then they're giving people this stuff who may not actually want it or care about it. I just think that the stocking stuffer comment is just like a personal pet peeve of mine. That's it. Her comment about the Danessa Myricks blushes being so cute, that's fine. But like she's talking about the size of them and nothing about the color or the functionality or if she likes it. No, please don't go buy a mini blush just because it's cute. Please like the colors of the blushes. Please like the formula of the blushes. And you might say, oh, Shauna, that goes without saying. But no, it doesn't. Because the whole reason she included this in there, like her commentary on this blush was the minis are so cute. That was the commentary.
The mini blushes are always so cute.
If you're a regular viewer of the channel, then you might be familiar with people, or not even just my channel, but you know, TikTok in general, people saying, I bought this because it's so cute or so stinking cute, so freaking cute. Usually hearing people saying it or saying that thing is so cute when applied to like a piece of clothing or a piece of home decor, something like that, an accessory maybe, not a makeup item. Applying it to makeup is a bit strange to me. However, it's not totally a strange thing to say because people do buy things because of packaging all the time. All right, let's move on to our next one.
I'm going to tell you the products that you should absolutely spend your money on for the upcoming Sephora sale. Sit down, girl, get a snack. We're getting into it. First things first.
Okay, she's here to tell us the things that we need to, or we need to be spending our money on. I'm sat. Literally, I have a drink. Let's see what she says.
First, my girl. This is the Rare Beauty Brow Gel and literally one of the only brow gels I swear by. You get no white flakes, no eyebrow dandruff. I will repurchase this until the grave. Then we got the Danessa Myricks Skin Tint. Oh my gosh. I actually just tried this recently and instantly has become my new favorite skin tint. When I wear this, it literally feels like I have no makeup on. It is so lightweight. Everything you layer on top of it just looks so good. Next up, we got the Morphe lip liners. These lip liners are $14. 1-4. If that doesn't sell you, this lasts so much longer than your $40 lip liners. This has been my favorite shade. I'm wearing it right now. It's called Makeup Talks. And then we got the House Labs Triclone Concealer. Whether you want full coverage, whether you want a natural look, this concealer, I'm telling you, does it all. It works for my oily girls. It works amazing for my dry girls. And then we got the Tower 28 powder blushes. These are criminally underrated. The pigment that you get from these powder blushes are actually out of this world. These are literally the only powder blushes that I reach for. Last but not least, this is a little bonus product. The Makeup by Mario F4 brush. Just get it. Get it. Every single cream and liquid product you have, you can use this brush for. It's not a cheap brush, but it's really worth it. Let me know if you guys want to.
Just get the brush. Just get it. No. Do you have a brush? Listen, If you are satisfied with your makeup brush life, you don't need it. Do you need a new blush? I don't need a new blush. I don't need new eyebrow gel. I also have that concealer. It's okay. It's mediocre to me. I'm an oily skin gal, and I don't really like it. I mean, it's not that I dislike it. It's just okay. But I could just have terrible taste. It's a possibility. Anyway, she's exaggerating for effect. She's so excited. She's so hyped. These are the things you should be adding to your cart. This talk bothers me. Yes, it's hyperbole. She's exaggerating for effect. But I've heard people use these exact words, people describing products as holy grail, favorites, people so excited about new products and recommending the new products to you, swearing up and down that you need it in your life. And I've been around the block enough to have heard people talk this way about things that nobody uses anymore, or just not that referenced anymore, or people that these exact people who've sworn up and down this thing's amazing, they're holy grail, ride or die, and then they don't use them anymore because they've moved on to the next thing. And specifically with people who try a lot of makeup, like they're trying more new things than the average person. And so they tend to move on faster than the average person with makeup products. Okay, let me throw you back a little bit. Who here remembers people talking about the Tartelette mini palettes, the Tartelette in Bloom palette, or the Sweet Peach palette, Modern Renaissance? She's a popular one. The Too Faced Born This Way foundation or concealer. The Hourglass blushes that everybody swore up and down were the best blushes in the world, like ever, period. Oh, liquid lipsticks, the Hourglass and the Marc Jacobs, the eyeshadow sticks, not eyeshadow sticks. Well, the Laura Mercier eye caviar sticks were a love a long time ago. The Hourglass Scattered Light eyeshadow, the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow. I was actually watching somebody who pulled out the you know those Marc Jacobs palettes that were long, kind of look like a glasses case? I mean, they don't exist anymore. People have moved on, obviously. People talk like this all the time about so much stuff. And so there are newer products that are being recommended now that are being recommended because they are newer, because they are more popular, but also because preferences change, colors change, like the industry itself and like what people look for in a makeup look changes. In some cases, yeah, things are formulated better than other things that came before it, but other things that aren't that old are not being talked about anymore, not because they're bad, but because people have they've moved on to the next thing. And so what tends to get recommended are the newest things, or the things that the person has most recently tried, things that are popular right now. You've probably already noticed a few similar products that have been referenced already. They will continue to be referenced, so you'll see more popular products be referenced. There'll be names, products you'll hear being popping up again and again. The more people you hear talking this way about a product, and the more often you see it on your feed, the more it can feel like you also should try it, or it's really that good. And I think the more you see something, the harder it is to separate your own curiosity from the collective hype. It can stop feeling like one person's opinion and start feeling like some kind of collective consensus. Viral makeup products or popular makeup products can feel essential because of their virality. Their virality makes them, or their popularity makes them must-haves, must-tries. Even and most especially when they're temporary trends, people will move on. And so when we hear products being referenced across multiple videos, like the Rare Beauty eyebrow gel is one I hear people swearing up and down about right now, our brains can start interpreting that as worth it, or proof that it's worth it. And what's really happening is we're being carried along by momentum, not necessity. If you do not need a new brow gel, it doesn't matter how popular, viral, or great it is. And when people are reviewing things or recommending things that are the newest thing that they've tried, like in this video, she's recommending the Danessa Myricks Yummy Balm foundation product. This is a key example. It's one of her most recent foundation purchases. So she's talking about it at her most heightened, or close to the most heightened emotional state, which can rub off on us. And she could be talking about it with all of the love that one feels when they're at their most excitable. So when somebody talks about these products in these excited emotional states, or they say things like, this instantly became a favorite, or you need to try this, what they're doing intentionally or not is pulling you into the loop or the same excitement loop. There will always be new and exciting products to try. And the TikTokers that we see, they will be excited about something next week or next month. Like there's always new products being released and there are always new things people are being excited about. There will be products people will call their ride or die or their holy grail that will change. Like this language of like ride or die, holy grail, it bugs me because people use it as a way to sell you on the product, but it's hyperbole. We're going to get into the next video, and this video is talk me out of all the stuff that I want. So you ask, I shall answer.
The Sephora sale is coming up at the end of this month, so I need you guys to look through my cart and talk me out of all the stuff that I want. First things first, another Love Shack Fancy Secret Crush perfume. Did I already buy this? Yes, I did. Did I already buy a backup one? Yes, I did. Do I want to buy a third one? Yes, I do. I fear this may be my favorite vanilla that I've ever smelled. Next, Rhode Pocket Blush in Spicy Marg. I already own 3 Rhode Pocket Blushes. I do love them. I love the formula. I think they're beautiful. I really like this color, and this is the only one that's online only, can't swatch it in store. So do I take the risk and just buy it? Do I need it? No. This one you won't talk me out of, but I'm showing you anyway. The 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. I restock this every Sephora sale. I always have a backup or 2 backups of this on hand. This is another of my favorite vanillas, but this is like a woody vanilla, not a pure vanilla. This is clean and fresh and like a little smoky spot. I don't even know how to describe this. It's just, I've been wearing it for years. I always need a backup. This blush, Glossier Cloud Paint Plush Blush in the Billow shade, the lavender shade, it's speaking to me, but I don't know if I actually look good in this shade. I feel like I have a few things this color or a few things that I wanted to be this color that don't quite look this color on me, and I feel like I should try again, and I'm really tempted on this. This Anastasia Smooth Blur Matte Powder Bronzer. I don't own a lot of high-end bronzers. I really like a lot of drugstore ones. I've just heard so many good things about this one. I've heard it's so good and so blurry, and it does feel that way. I have swatched it, and I'm really tempted to try it. The Skisu hair mask set. I feel like this is a good hair mask, and I don't know that I need a hair mask, but also this feels like such a good value, $61, and you get the travel size and the full size, and like I like the smell of it. I fear I already bought this one, and I'm wearing it right now. This is another Glossier in Puff, and I love this. It's so pretty, and you can.
This Puff shade looks exactly like the Spicy Marg shade, or really, really similar. I don't know that you'd actually be able to tell on the face.
Wear it like it's like a cream to powder formula. So I put it on as a cream, but then also when I was done on my powdering, I put it on as a powder. Like it's just so good. I want it in every shade. This L'Occitane Almond Hair and Body Fragrance Mist. This smells really good. It smells very clean. Now, I'm not sure it's a scent that I'd wear all the time because it's not like a gourmand almond scent. It is like fresh, clean, soapy, but I feel like if I got out of the shower and sprayed this all over, it would smell really good for bedtime because I do have the body wash of this and I've got the body cream. Like I really like that almond scent and I just think this could be really good to wear to bed. But do I want to spend like $54 on a fragrance that I'm literally buying to wear to bed? I don't know. Now this one's risky. This would be a blind buy because I've never smelled this. The Maker Dream EDP. This one sounds like something I would love and I really want it. I really do, but it's expensive and I've never smelled it. This Westman Atelier Super Loaded Tinted Cream Highlighter. I watched one girl on TikTok use this and I went, add to cart. Haven't purchased, but I did add to cart. Also, this Westman Atelier Lip Liner in Biscuit. I feel like this would just be a perfect shade.
Yeah, we're good. A $236 blind buy is wild. I think we need to step back. I think we need to, we need to step away from the Sephora cart and just take a breath. All right, so I'm going to try and do some de-influencing here. She says that she already has 2 bottles of that Love Shack Fancy perfume, which is $175 American. 1 perfume and 1 backup is enough. It really is. And if it's not, I think we got to ask ourselves, when is enough? Like, when will you truly be satisfied with the amount of perfume that you have, or at least the amount of backups that you have? And here's my concern about buying backups, most especially with perfume, is that a lot of people tend to go through perfume relatively slowly. Not everybody, and I don't know how fast or slow this person goes through perfume, but if you're using a perfume at the rate of one like that bottle in a year or slower, that means you have at the very least like 1.5 years worth of perfume of this specific scent, and she already has multiple scents, and she kind of seems like she's into perfume given that how many perfumes appeared on her list. The point of mentioning this is that if you have a lot that you're regularly going through, it might even be slower than a year to finish a bottle, and you may be over this scent by the time that you get to your backup, let alone like your second backup or your third backup if you have those. And you may feel as though that will never happen because you are so in love with it at the moment. But preferences do change. It is entirely possible that in this case, it doesn't happen. And I think you would have to think about your track record in order to see if that is likely or not. Like, as an example, Marc Jacobs Daisy is a perfume that I have enjoyed since about 15 years old. And I'm now 31, so more than half my life. I don't love it as much as I did at the time, but I still do like it. And part of that, like, I think is nostalgia. But there are just other scents that I like a little bit more now. And so right now it may seem the most important and compelling because you're at the height of your desire. And so when we're shopping or looking, browsing at the height of our desire or the height of our want, it could be our emotions or our desire that's kind of taking the wheel a little bit. She already asked for the Road blushes. She already owns 3. I think it would be worth asking about the formula as well as the color. Do you not own any colors like this? It seems like she might because she bought that Glossier blush that's already in a similar shade. If you already have something like this, you probably don't need more because it takes forever to go through blushes. And we don't need every color multiple times over so we can have it in different formulas. Like have this color in a powder formula versus this color in a like a stick formula or a cream formula. For some people, if they go through blush quick enough, maybe for layering purposes or such, is that you? And if you don't currently have a color like this, that doesn't inherently mean that you need one, because having a gap in our collections or our makeup lives can be for a reason. I think this particular person has a habit of liking something so much she wants to go and buy it in all the colors or all of the formulas. She's mentioned this already with at least one other product in this video. And so what she might be leaning on is going to shopping for the excitement, right? I like this formula so much, I'm going to buy it in all the colors. And we want to buy it in all the colors because of our excitement, our enjoyment, and our love, not because of practicality reasons, right? Like, I could use all of these blushes, or I could see myself finishing these up, or I like all of these colors. I want to wear all of these colors. And when you own multiples in either a color or a formula, a favorite tends to emerge. And what happens is when we do this, we overbuy and then we declutter the things that aren't our favorites. When it comes to the ABH bronzer, she says she doesn't have high-end bronzers. Well, having a high-end or drugstore bronzers doesn't make too much of a difference, given that you can only really wear one bronzer at a time. Like, you don't need a high-end bronzer simply because you don't own a high-end bronzer. So where a bronzer is from matters less than the color or the texture. Some people throughout the year might change formulas or colors just based if their skin tone changes or if their texture changes, like maybe they like a cream in the summer and then a powder in the winter. That's fine to have a couple of different formulas or colors, but the overall quantity of bronzer that you have is going to remain the same regardless of if it's high-end or drugstore, and you still have the same quantity. The L'Occitane perfume, I think maybe this one is a think about it for next sale, or let it marinate in your loves list for a while, because if you're only going to wear this perfume to bed, is this really an interest? Like, I wouldn't qualify that as a need. It's a want at best. So if the only time you could think of wearing it is to bed, then it might not actually be a scent that you like or that you could wear or would have longevity. As for the $236 perfume blind buy, I'm really curious to hear about what influenced this, because you can't smell it, or she hasn't smelled it. So the only things that I think could have influenced this is reading the notes or hearing somebody talk about something excitedly. So if I were this person, what I would do is one of two things, or maybe both, because the first thing I would say is set a budget. and then you could shop accordingly. However, if you're somebody who really loves something, you can justify a higher budget because you love it, and you may not actually be able to afford the budget that you set. Right? Like you want to increase and spend more than you can afford, and you can feel good because you have a budget, but you still can't afford it. I've been there myself. I'll say, oh, well, my budget is X amount, but I couldn't afford it. Anyway, I feel like I said that 3 times. The other thing I would ask would be, if I could only get 3 things during the sale, what would they be? That might be a more helpful question to ask if thinking about the money isn't kind of pushing you one way or the other. Because sometimes you want stuff so bad, you could think about money and consequences all you want, and that's not enough to influence you. But thinking about your favorites might have a different appeal. So what would be your top 3 items? That might help. We're going to end off on some rapid fire, but I need to go change my camera battery before we do. So I'll be back in a flash. So I have 3.5 videos that we're going to rapid fire. So first up is this video.
On today's menu is everything you didn't know you needed for the upcoming Sephora sale. Today's focus is makeup and we're going rapid fire, so try to keep up. This is the iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. She smooths, she blurs, and gives the skin the most beautiful glow. This is not a want, it is a need.
No, primer is almost never a need. It's primer. And if you didn't know you needed something, then it's not a need. This is hyperbole for effect, somebody who's talking out of a really excitable place. Like she loves something so much. This language is meant to communicate how much she loves it. That can affect how we think about it and think that it's so good that we do need it. Primers are not needs. You will be fine without this primer. And if you do, like if you've heard people talk about this specific primer before, and maybe you are in the market for a primer, I think a review would be more helpful to see if it would be suitable for your skin type. Next up, I'm going to play the first part of this. It's just like a quick audio clip.
These are all the products I would buy at the Sephora sale if I didn't already have them, with little to no explanation. First, the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base.
This video is representative of a smaller trend going around within the Sephora VIB sale recommendations, where people are giving you a list of products that they like with little to no explanation. That's the thing. Well, they say that explicitly, which you've heard. This is not helpful. Like ultimately saying, buy this, I really like it. Get this primer. I like this primer. There's no information there. This is not helpful. Like this is just priming you to want things. It's watching shopping or watching people like getting inspiration for shopping as entertainment. I've mentioned this kind of at the top of the video, and these videos ultimately just kind of spur our desire for new things, encourage us to keep on the lookout for new things, keep us in a state of wanting. All right. So there's 2 videos that I want to finish up on. They're both doing a really similar thing. So one young woman is reviewing, or she's mentioning products for the Sephora sale, and she uses her skin as testimonial, right? Like, look at how good they look on me. That's the proof you need for how great this product is. And then you have this person who does the same thing. You know, she says the demo speaks for itself. I'll play audio clips of each one so you can hear these ladies like specific, like in their own words, what they're saying. But ultimately, in both of these cases, the way that the product looks on them is the selling. It's supposed to speak for itself. It's a testimonial for the product.
These are my top 6 products that keep me looking like a baddie every single day. Like literally look at my skin. I know, calm down.
These are the products that I think you should get from the Sephora sale, and I'm going to show you why. Starting off with skin prep, as always, I absolutely think that the Road Glazing Milk is worth it. Just this one product and my skin already looks so hydrated. I also really like this Kiehl's SPF. It doesn't leave a white cast, and I have acne-prone skin, and it doesn't break me.
If you are anything like me, and you've gotten sucked into this before, let me just be the reminder for you that how a product looks on somebody else is not going to be the way that it looks on you. And most especially if you're watching somebody who has a very different skin texture or skin color or skin type to you. I personally need this reminder when I'm watching people who have great, like really nice skin, really smooth skin. I don't quite have smooth skin. And so watching somebody apply a foundation on their skin, even if they have the same skin type as me, like they're an oily person. That sounded weird. If they have oily skin, then I'll go, wow, okay, that looks really nice on them. But I kind of need like 2 different reviews of stuff. I was actually watching some skin tint reviews this morning. I watched one where the lady had the same skin type as me. And then I watched another one for somebody who has texture. And I was like, I just want to know what this looks like on textured skin. Your skin's really nice. So how things will look and perform on you is going to be different than other people. And something like gliding on somebody's skin smooth, or specifically with skincare, like if somebody's trying to pitch you a skincare product, like is happening at least in some of this, other things impact how a product will look on the skin, which includes things like prescriptions or cosmetic treatments or genetics. We really need to be mindful of these things when we're watching somebody's skin or how makeup application specifically on them looks. We can use portions of reviews or portions of this maybe for color reference, or if they really truly do have a similar skin type or skin color or skin texture as you may be able to take portions of that, but we do need to watch with caution. So that's everything from me today. Thank you so much for watching, hanging out with me. If you like this video, I hope that you'll subscribe to catch more like this. We have Vlogmas coming your way in basically a month's time. So new great things are coming your way soon, and there's great videos coming in November. I just gotta say, some of the videos on deck are awesome, if I do say so myself. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again around here soon for a new one. Bye.